And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in the Long Dark, where we're going to continue. Well, we're going to, let's say, well, in a way it's continuing, in a way it's going back to, traveling out to Forlorn Muskeg to repair another one of the radio towers. So as we go along here, we're looking for scrap metal and wires. We are in the later half of the day, so it is fairly warm. I think I might have lost the wolf there. So we should be able to make some pretty decent time here. We have to get our weight down. We will need to stop at some point to make some water. So if it doesn't cold enough that we have to stop to warm up, that's fine, because we need to stop for a minute. Okay. Spook that wolf, apparently. My man with the mission attitude must be scaring away the local wildlife. So yeah, next major destination that we're trying to aim for is the radio tower in Forlorn Muskeg. I know it's going to need a battery, which we have there. At least suspect it's going to need a battery. We already have there. We're bringing along 3 fuses, which I think is the correct number of fuses. So it may or may not need those fuses, but if it does, then we've got them. We've got one thing of wire. We'll have to pick up a couple more things of wire.
Wouldn't kill me.
Hopefully it doesn't need scrap metal when we get there. If it does, we'll have to go find the hacksaw and saw up some stuff to serve as scrap metal. Oh, I don't like the wind picking up. It's not too cold yet, it's just very windy. So as long as we're in a wind shelter, it's not that bad. But yeah, we only got wind shelter till we get out of Broken Railway. So we're gonna have to deal with this this wind at some point. It doesn't go away. Okay, over that problem. Next stop, Forlorn Muskeg. After going through the transition, I may take a moment to stop and make water, because we're very low in water. And we're only warm in wind shelter, apparently. Which, for Interloper, is actually really good to be warm in the outdoors at any given time. So, the fact that it's conditional and being in wind shelter is not a bad situation as far as Interloper is concerned. It just means we probably want to be at full warmth when we know we're going to go for a long stretch with no wind shelter. Which is basically Forlorn Muskeg, because Forlorn Muskeg's real open. Oh, looks like the wind actually calmed down. We may still take a moment to make some water. How many? I've got one, okay.
Come on.
So we're gonna make this be a really short fire, because I just don't need it to be very long.
Need water.
There we go. We're hydrated. And we can take the lit torch with us for protection. So, our destination is on the very far side, well, almost far side. Almost as far as you can get away from here, at least, of Forlorn Muskeg. A couple different ways to go there. You can basically hug the top, you can hug the bottom, you can go straight across the middle on the railroad track and then swing right once we get to the far side. And then there's sort of weaving through the marsh itself. I'm going to go for hugging the south side. Which may not be the most optimal, but it's the way I'm going to go for today. It also gives me a chance to check out the memento cache that we were revealed from a note we found earlier, but failed to find the last time we were over here. I'm looking for it. I've since seen it on stream where it is, so someone else's stream where it is, so I now know where it is. So, be quickly in and out here. And should be that bit. Label? Okay. Leave it rock crash. And we open it. Oops. There we go. It had for a moment a piece of food. Interesting. Okay. Food is gone. It was a can of dog food, and can of dog food is gone. Just snap finger gone. So I don't know if that was a glitch or if it was meant to be there or not meant to be there. It's not there anymore. So one thing I also know is if you try to continue to hug around the outside here, that ends up as thin ice, and you will fall through. There may just about be a vector if you know where to walk, where you can kind of sprint across the bit of thin ice. But the safe way to go across is across the landing bridge here, up around over a tree, which is where we're going to go. Oops. Get me up on the log. There we go. So yeah, if everything goes well in this third part of the stream, well, say third part, I had to put a big, basically, hiatus between the two parts of the stream. So, well, third part of the stream night, let's say. Then we'll get the Forlorn Muskeg radio tower fixed in this part. And then we'll be moving on to probably Mountain Town for the next repair. Hopefully we don't have to haul a battery up there, because batteries and climbs don't mix very well. The one thing that I potentially foresee delaying us in this part is if we get to the radio and find that we need scrap metal. Because we don't have any scrap metal. Hello, wolf. Nope, that rabbit actually has something on it. I was half expecting it to be empty. Oh, some convenient meat here. Forgot about this meat. Forgot I was going to take the path near this meat. Otherwise, I would have left more of the jerky behind. Okay, next stop, the forge. We'll see if we can find a couple of wires there. If we can find like 2 more wires there. Really, the only thing we might be missing when we get up to the radio tower is scrap metal. Torch swamp. Okay, the wolf's still back there. Thought for a moment we might have somehow got the wolf to stop following us, but nope. Actually, I think I can do... If I do take a detour here, I might find a little bit more scrap metal. There's a pier nearby that... Well, usually it's coal, I think, on the pier, not scrap metal, but we'll go down and check. I remember there being a little wiring in here. Coal under the table. Oh, he was wrong with there being... Remember wiring, but maybe I'm just misremembering. Oh, well, there's a fuse. It's not quite what we were here for. And yeah, there used to be a safe there. I think we even looted the safe when the safe was there. So there's a little bit of a pier that goes out here. I think sometime there's going to be some scrap metal out here. If there is, we'll pick it up and bring it with us. popping up because of the scrub bush. Been down here and looted. Okay, so even down here and looted, I probably took all the scrap metal already. I'm not seeing any right away.
I could use this.
We'll take that. It'll just turn into a piece of cloth. Your chair we could harvest for wood, but we're not going to. If we were desperate for some deer hide, that would probably be a thing to harvest. We're not, so we're going to leave it there. That's another deer carcass. No, I didn't search this one yet. Nothing in it, but still worth searching. Just take a quick look around the ruined bunkhouses here, see if we find any scrap metal or any wires. Where... Well, I think I've already took a look around for scrap metal, so we're probably not going to find any scrap metal. May find wires. No. Apparently not. Oh wait, next stop, truly this time, is the radio tower. Because we don't need to warm up. We're not warm anymore, per se, but we don't need to warm up anymore. Because the world is reasonably warm, and we're traveling reasonably fast. So hopefully when we get to the radio tower, there's enough stuff at the radio tower for repairs to be done with what we've brought with us. Otherwise I may have to take a very sad trip into Mystery Lake to go grab the hacksaw, maybe find some wires. Yeah, not much to bring up when I'm destination walking. We got a place to go, and it's simply walk there. Slow and steady. Trying to fix my posture a little bit while we're walking. Okay. So... check out what type of corpse that is. Something behind a tree. I think that one's probably human. Yeah. Oh, he even has a can of
What have we
something.
here?
Some ruined peaches. Torch swap time. Yeah, I'm picking up a bunch of sticks when I see them, because depending on how the Aurora starts up when we do this repair, we may not necessarily want to move for a while. Because things like this, there's wolves up here. So we may have to, well, may want to ride out the Aurora. Up here. So having a bunch of fuel would help with that. Use the Muskeg overlook. There, we can see the radio tower just about there.
Getting dark out here. Time to look for shelter.
So here's the battery. And a wire. A little bit more worried about being like a wire short now.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
Don't necessarily appreciate him right now. Okay, so we got some decent fuel there. Yeah, no great luck with wires. We got one wire, and I think we'll need 3. Which if that's the case, we're short a wire. It's a little helicopter over here. Let's see if this helicopter has a wire.
can't feel my hands.
Nothing in that hatch. Nothing in that backpack. So, nope. Search the hatch, not put the torch out. We'll leave the spray paint in there. We don't need spray paint.
That'll come in handy.
Think of antibiotics on the control panel.
This stuff will come in handy.
Player. Oh, hello, Twitch shutters. Yeah, it's treating me reasonably well. We need one more wire to do this. And looks like checked all some grenades in here. Oops, no, don't turn the torch out. Oops,
I need to find some place to escape this cold.
There we go. No. That side? That side, much better. Alright, well let's go check to see what we need to fix this thing. Worst case scenario, I'll be one wire short and like 3 scrap metal short or something. We're still running around like crazy. Okay, let's start a fire here, just to keep us nice and safe. And then we can check what this radio tower needs to fix it. Hopefully we have it all.
Come on. Come on. That guy who drank his own pee doesn't seem so crazy right now.
Alright, I think this will get warm enough. Let's open the transmitter. So yeah, that looks like a ruined battery, so we'll yoink the battery and replace the battery. Yep, fuse need replacing. Okay, hopefully we had enough wires, because it's letting us replace those ones. Need 5 scrap metal to repair bits that need scrap metal. Okay, so we are 5 scrap metal short. So let's go ahead and close the transmitter for a moment. I go get 5 scrap metal, and to do that I probably need to go require my hacksaw to hacksaw some stuff up. Actually, we're not going to sleep. I have a rabbit cook. We should cook the rabbit. Harvest the rabbit, cook the rabbit. Forgot about the rabbit. Yeah, well, Aurora will hit the night that you repair it, if you successfully repair it. In this case, I think it won't hit because we didn't have the scrap metal. So I gotta go get the stuff to harvest the scrap metal from with. Is the temperature dropping as we're here? Yeah. Okay, let's toss a couple more sticks in. Best to get it warm again. Doesn't make a big difference, it makes a little bit of difference. I can probably get down to the nearby cave without taking too much damage, so let's do that. So there's a wolf, attracted to our smelly guts in our pocket. Cultivate the inner peas. So yeah, next step is going to be that cave downstairs. We're going to go, or down the slope, we're going to drop off the rabbit guts and the rabbit hide. Take a little while to warm up and see what the weather is like. If the weather is decent, we'll try to make the path over into Mystery Lake, where I have a hacksaw to pick up the hacksaw. And then we'll have to find some scrap stuff to salvage scrap metal from.
So cold.
I may have actually gone past the cave. Oh, that's actually got a decent amount on that portion. No. Didn't go past the cave. Getting lost in the low visibility. Do a little bit of sprinting and we'll get faster. It's the next divot in the hillside. There's the cave. Okay, so convenient cave. We drop the gut, drop the hide. I'm thinking I'm gonna sleep in that bedroll for an hour, so let's keep this fire by starting an hour-long fire. Looking at the time, this is where I'm going to go ahead and put a part break in for YouTube. So if you're watching it on YouTube, there'll be another part up for you tomorrow because I'm going to continue recording this session. If you're watching Twitch, feel free to hang around. I'm going to end the recording with YouTube, mute the mic for a moment to sip a little bit of tea, and then start recording again. So that, wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part. Bye for now.